what you need to know as a single mom who wants to relocate abroad, be it Canada, UK, US, Australia, any of the high income countries. Whoa, how are you doing today? Welcome to my live session. Woo! This video is for people who are single moms. So if you're a single mom and you're listening to me right now, you are in the right place. If you're not a single mom and you are here, well, feel free to listen to the end. Perhaps your friend is a single mom, your sister is a single mom, right? Or your niece, nephew, or as the case may be a single mom. Who knows, the person that will come to your circle one day who is a single mom, and you'll be able to advise them. By and large, everybody can listen to this video, but if you're a single mom, this is for you. All right, so this video is brought to you by Vantage Migration. My name is Dr. Linda Iheme. Today I'll be talking to you on a special topic: what you need to know as a single mom who wants to relocate abroad, be it Canada, UK, US, Australia, any of the high income countries. If you're a single mom and you want to relocate to any of these countries, be my guest, because this video will change your life. All right, again, I mentioned that my name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad by themselves. We show them how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and any other thing they need to successfully relocate abroad. Okay, so but I know that we have a lot of single moms in our community, and I see them ask questions. In fact, yesterday I saw an email from someone who said, "Oh, I'm a single mom, how do I go about it?" The other day I saw a comment. I posted something about families, and I was talking about man, woman, children, and someone said, "Oh, does this work for me if I'm a single mom?" That was when it got to me. Ding, 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 ding. I'll be leaving the single parents out of the discussion. How dare me? That's why I decided to make this video for you. In this video, we are going to talk about what is the norm. Like, if somebody wants to travel abroad now, through the study abroad route, you want to relocate abroad through the study abroad route, what is the norm, right? Then we're going to talk about the three peculiar problems, challenges that single moms have, or concerns that they have. And I'm then going to tell you about the two options that you have if you want to relocate abroad as a single parent, as a single mom. And then I'm going to tell you the one thing you will do after this video, right? So did you get the gist? I'll start by giving you an overview of how people relocate abroad. Then I'll tell you the three peculiar challenges that single moms have, and I'm going to clarify those, their valid challenges. I'm going to tell you the two options that you have, right? And then I'm going to tell you the one thing you are going to do after this video. Do you want us to continue? Do you want us to continue? Continue. Tell me, Dr. Linda, continue. And if you're watching this as a replay on YouTube, don't worry. You can always come over to Instagram or Facebook, where I usually do my live session, so that you have the opportunity to ask questions. Hey, did I forget to tell you something? At the end of this video, I'm going to take live questions from single moms. So if you're a single mom and you are here, prepare your questions down. When I just say ask, so that you can even type it out. You can write it out. Even as I'm talking, keep your questions towards the end, all right? You're going to ask your questions, and I'm going to take as many questions as possible. So today is Single Mother's Day. Hey! So let's get started. The first one I said I'm going to discuss. Remember, there are 4 things I will address: the norm, the 3, the 2, and the 1, right? Before we now take questions. The first thing, which is the norm, is that, first of all, you have to understand that studying abroad is the fastest, the surest, and the most reliable way, like the surest and the easiest way for you to relocate abroad right now. If you want to go to any of the high income countries, all of them accept people through the study abroad route. All Oh, no exception. No exception. Right? There's no any other route that has such huge acceptance. So what do people do? If you are married, you have kids, or you're a single mom, as the case may be. Like, I just want to say that when it comes to the norm, there is really no difference between somebody that is single, somebody that was married or divorced or never even married but has a child, and somebody who is a family. There's no special difference. The answer is simple. If you want to relocate abroad through the study abroad route, you have to get admission. When you get the admission, you apply for visa. It is at that visa stage that if you have families going with you, you add them to your visa application. Then you submit, they give all of you visa and you can travel. Or you can even, you can break it in any way. But the summary is that if you need to relocate abroad through the study abroad route, the first step is that you have to get admission, which you know that the selling point of Vantage Migration is that we show you how to get scholarship. We show you how to get study loan in case you need it, right? That's our selling point. But like whether you're a single person, you want to relocate abroad through the study abroad route, you have to get admission. That's the way. You're a married person, you have to get admission. You're a single mom or single dad, you have to get admission. So as a single mom, that initial process is not different. The same thing you will do is the same thing a single person will do, it's the same thing a married person will do, it's the same thing a grandpa will do, same thing a child will do, like the central norm is that you have to get admission. Then using that admission, you apply for visa, and once you get your visa, you travel. My dear, though I know I've simplified it, but it is doable, and this is just the steps. So having talked about that compulsory step that everybody has to go through, the question is, what are the 3 things that single moms are often concerned about? All right, what are the 3 things that single moms are often concerned about? The first one they are concerned about is what? They are concerned about child care. When they arrive abroad, how are they going to do it? Where will my child stay? Which school will they go to? This, that. Child care is a major challenge for a lot of single parents and single moms specifically. The second one is the kid's last name. Your child has Emmanuel as his last name, but you as the single mom, your last name is Joseph, right? So that discrepancy always haunts single moms. I don't know how many emails I've gotten telling me my child is bearing so name. In fact, someone will tell you my child is bearing my father's name, but I say she's my child. How do I confirm it to the embassy? My child is bearing the father's name, but I'm no longer with the father. How will I confirm that it's my child now? In fact, my child is bearing my name. Or I even said that my child is my younger sister. There are a lot of situations that really worry single moms about the last name of their children. Like the kid's last name will often become a source of challenge. Single moms, if you are listening to me, right? You know that's what I'm saying. Now, the other thing is the kid's visa. They always worry that some people you can't travel with your child though. You can't travel with your child though. Yeah, my sister, is not true now. So parents are often worried about the visa of their kids. Okay, and how are they going to do it? Will this child get visa? How am I going to do their visa application? Me, I know I'll get admission, but what about my child? Me, I know I'll get admission. Can my child school abroad? Like those kind of things. Oh, will my child have to post her own life? No parent wants anything to happen to their child. If you have children, you already know now. Single parent, where are they? The first one is what? Child care. Child care. I told you this is the major challenge a lot of parents have. But let me start with the answer, the joking answer that I always give single parents when they start worrying. So I have a lady who said to me, she said, Dr. Linda, where will my child stay when I come? And I said, where do the children or the kids of single parents in Canada, where do they stay when while their mom is here? Think. Come back. Like let that thing hit your brain like boom, boom. Where do the children of parents in this country, Canada or UK or Australia or US or any other country, where do the children stay? So before I go on to say, hey, this is where your child will stay. When you are here, you can put your child here. You can do this. Just let's go back to that fundamental question. All the parents in this country, where do their children stay? Or you mean all the parents don't work? None of the parents go to school? They do. But where do their kids stay? So why is this question that look dumb, right? Why is it important? It immediately flaw, or it immediately break the huge obstacle that says that, hey, you don't have where your child will stay. If you know that the way you are going to, there are single moms, go and even Google the percentage of single moms in Canada compared to Nigeria. You will see that the percentage is way higher for those in Canada. Same for those in US compared to, let's say, Ghana or any other country. I'm telling you. So if these women have places they keep their children, that means when you arrive, you're going to do as they do, right? You're going to see what they are doing, and you're going to do the same. So even without figuring it out, you will know that when people there, they live somewhere. When we get there, we'll live somewhere. We'll find out the houses that single moms live, and we'll live there too. Do you see the point? Have it in your mind that there is nothing that is out of place, because what you think has happened to you has happened to millions of other people, and they are still alive and they are still surviving. So while in your mind waiting to figure out where your kid will stay, which school your child will go to, now that you're a single parent, can you try? Remember, where you are going, there are single parents there. And if they are still alive, if their children are still growing, yours will grow, yours will survive. Do you see? So with that mindset first, you know that be as it may be, you are going to survive. This may look simple, may look like, but this is not the answer I'm looking for now. But my dear, I prefer to attack things from principle. Because when you attack it from principle, you see that every other thing that looks big just for good. Like someone who recently, let me give you another example that is a bit off topic. Someone recently told me, my problem with applying to Canada now is that I don't know where I'll stay when I come. I was like, hey God, how is that a problem? Wait. It's a problem really. But think about it. There are how many millions of people in Canada? They all don't live under the bridge. By the way, if they live under the bridge, what does that mean? That means a bridge is a place to live, right? Do you get my point? So they live somewhere. They put their head somewhere. How is it possible that you will land in this country now, you will not see where to put your head? So you will see that even though you think that worry makes sense, but it doesn't. So first, understand that single moms where you are going, there are many, they are still surviving. And if you come there, you will survive. Having said that, how is it that single moms take care of their kids while they are abroad? Some of them use daycare. So there are two ways. Daycare for children that haven't started school. Like they go, let's say your child is 2 years old. They won't have started primary school. So you use daycare, you take them to daycare. Some people even have people that can come to their house and take care of their kids. Let's say your school finished by 3, but you are coming back from work by 5 o'clock. Somebody can come and bring your child back from school. Like in Africa, sometimes we call them house girls, but that's not it. It's nannies, that's the word. Nannies, babysitters, right? So you make use of babysitter services. Now, if the kid is up to 4 years, they're able to go to school. Depending on the country, it may vary a little bit. They're able to go to normal, like kindergarten and all that. And so you take them to school in the morning. You go and do what you want to do. You come back late afternoon to pick them up from school. Or something. In fact, school bus can drop them. Depending on the age of your kid. School bus drop them and you pick them up from there. Do you get? So, basically, it means you sort of go out with your child in the morning, drop them in school or kindergarten, or daycare. Go to where you're going to. come back, pick them up, and come home. All right, that's summary of how people take care of their kid. However, the challenge usually comes because you're a single parent, you are with a child. I'm going to tell you one of the challenges you are going to have is that if you're a single parent and let's say you don't know anybody and you're with your kid abroad, there is something different. It's difficult to keep your kid with your neighbor. Like, hey, mama, I'll get you, hold this thing for me, hold this child for me, and they come. It is unlikely. It is unlikely. You understand? So it's difficult to keep your child, your kid with your child. And the nannies, they also can cost quite a lot. Like, it's like you're going to a place of work to earn $20 an hour as a student. You know, you're working part-time, so it's not really a big job. You are going to a place to earn $20 an hour. The nanny that is coming to take your child, take care of your child, is also earning $20 an hour. So you now see, it will not make sense again for you to work. You see, that means that you have to ask yourself, how are you going to survive in the evenings? Will you need the services of a nanny? The question is, what will you be doing that will enable you to pay a nanny and it will still make sense for you to continue to work? So most moms end up not working in the evening. So that means that if it's somebody that comes, like a man and a woman that came together, it's possible for, okay, today the man is holding the children or looking after the children and you go. Or tomorrow the woman is looking after the children and the man will go. Or it's even one of them that is working, the other is taking care of children. It becomes easier because it's like teamwork. But if you're a single parent, you're alone, your ability to work, especially in the evenings or on weekends, will be compromised. So when it comes to childcare, you just have to understand that, number one, there is how single moms are doing it. There is a way. But you now have to figure out which of this way makes sense for you. Whether you're just going to see that you look for jobs that are in the afternoon, aside your school. Like even your school is going to be during the day. On the average, it's going to be during the day. You can always read at home. Right? So there is a way. So when it comes to childcare, there is a way. But keep in your head, even if the way you're going to survive is not what I explained now, remember that there are people who are single parents in the country where you're going to, and they're surviving. So it is unlikely that you will not survive. Okay? So childcare, and I say, package your questions. Package your questions, because I'm going to ask you for questions at the end. So in case I have not touched something you really want me to touch on, package your questions. Now, the other one is, so let me talk about the kids' visa, all right? Because a lot of people, they'll have, so will they give my child a visa? So first of all, it is legal, very doable, without any restriction, that when you get admission and you're applying for visa and you put your child's name, they'll give your child a visa. I would say there is a clause, and I'm going to talk about the clause, okay? But by default, if they are approving your own visa, they will approve that of your child. And most children, if they are underage, let's say below 4 years, they are going to daycare. If they are above 4 years, they are going to like kindergarten or normal school, depending on the age. Okay? So your children, if they are going to be going to school, they are able to use your own, like as a dependent to you as the parent. They're able to study. You don't need a separate study visa for them. They will give them visa, let's say visitor's visa, but they can use it to study as a child. All right? So your kids will get visa. The only clause which I told you I'm going to talk to you about, the only clause is that you will have to show that you have money to take care of your child, which makes sense. Like, for goodness sake, do you want to bring your child to a place like Canada and allow cold to enter their lungs? They will have pneumonia and die. There's no, since I was young and now I am getting old, I've not seen any woman that wants to do that. True or false? Click the like button if you understand what I'm saying. True or false? There is no woman that wants to do that now. So the embassy is helping you. Like, if you understand how visa works, so people see embassy as their enemy. Don't mind it, they will not give me, they will not. Embassy is saving you. If embassy leave you, you go and kill yourself. I'm telling you. Because you don't even know how cold. You think say, some people say, if now on that bridge I go sleep there. I say, you know if you sleep for Canada on that bridge. Do you know why? Not be because the police go tell you where you come out. Not be because the town go tell you where you come out. Now because na cold go mama you go use your hand pack come out from the other bridge. Which I'm being sarcastic because many of the people I'm talking to right now, including you're not thinking of under bridge. But I'm using it as a way to tell you that embassy is protecting you. Because if you don't have money to take care of your kids, what will happen? Nobody will give you the house for free. Oh. Not that bridge you go find yourself. So what does that mean? If embassy say, show us that you have money to take care of this kid before you come with the kid, it makes sense. It is the right thing to do. Alright? So embassy is actually protecting you. And they'll ask you to show them that you have money to take care of the kid. That's the only clause. And if you can show them that, they'll give you the visa. So getting visa for your kid is 100% possible. For people that says that for people that give you the full-blown lie that you can't apply with your kid, they can't give you visa with your kid. If you say you have a kid, they will deny you visa. All that, those are bullshits. So please don't listen to those advice. It is very incorrect. All right. So that's about kids visa, which is the number 2 concern. Number 3 concern is the kid's last name. So some people worry so much about the last name, but I always tell them, what is the evidence that someone is your child? Who can answer me since I'm doing this as a life? What is the evidence that someone is your child? Is it because you will have the same last name? Oh yeah, now answer. If you are listening to me now, yes or no? Evidence that this child is yours. Your last name is Iheme, and the child's last name is Iheme. Is that how you show that somebody is your child? No. So having the same last name with someone, it is not an evidence that they are your kid. How do you show that somebody is your kid? What is written on their birth certificate? That's physically speaking. That's what embassy will ask from you. It's only when there is a dispute, for example, they will not say, let's go and do DNA test. Embassy will not ask you for DNA test. Okay? And by the way, if there is a question whether this kid is yours or not, go and do DNA test and attach the result to your visa application. Man, it makes sense, right? Like, somebody, there is katakata, somebody claimed that your child is their child. Do DNA test and attach. Do you see my point? But a DNA test is not what embassy will ask from you. Embassy will ask you for the child's birth certificate. And if you can go back to your child's birth certificate, hello single moms and single parents. If you can go back to your child's birth certificate, you are going to see that they will say the mother of the child is also person. The father of the child is also person. That's what embassy wants to see. Oh. They will only ask you for DNA if there is, as I said, if there is a challenge. So keep that in your mind. So what shows that you are the mother of somebody? So let's say your name is Gloria Oka, okay? And your child is bearing, your baby girl is bearing Princess Thomas. It is not a sign that you are not the mother. The question is, when they bring your child's birth certificate, is it written there that Gloria Oka is the mother of Princess Thomas? That's what we want to see. Now, there is a problem if the birth certificate of the child says that it is your great-grandfather that owns the child, and you say it is your child. Embassy will not believe you, even if it's true. In that situation, you can, instead of using the child birth certificate, you can do declaration of age. Okay? You can do declaration of age. So that the declaration of age will now have the new parent's name. And discard the birth certificate. Don't feel stuck. Like for example now, imagine you gave birth to a child out of wedlock. Hello ladies. You gave birth to the child out of wedlock. The man was not there. At that point, your father steps in as the father of the child. Write his name as the father of the child. You write your name as the mother of the child, right? So, let's say there is controversy now and that birth certificate is not going to tally with the story you are telling embassy. What you can do is that you can discard the birth certificate and do declaration of age for the child. And that declaration of age will now state the correct details of that child. So never feel stuck because birth certificate is not cool or is not okay. If it's not okay, discard it, do declaration of age. Right? Now, if there is a top level controversy, you understand? If there is a top level controversy, then you can go ahead to do DNA test. Some people now, from this video, everything I've said here, what they are going to take home is that Dr. Linda said once you're a single parent, go and do DNA tests. Trust me, there are people that thing will be the only takeaway they are taking from this thing. Instead of understanding that I'm saying this is when there is disputes, when there is a problem. Somebody say this is not your child. Somebody say you don't have right over this child. Maybe you are dragging the child with the parent, with the father, or with the mother, as the case may be. In those cases, you want to prove beyond doubts that this speaking now my child, you can go and do DNA test to back up your claim. Okay? You won't be tired, you can't do DNA test. They say the child is not yours. Okay, that's just a joke. But you get my point, eh? You get my point. So, first thing. So let's ask again, for the sake of those that will always take out the nonsense out of the whole beautiful sermon. What is the first thing you use to show that the child belongs to you? What is the first document? Or you type it out. Type it out so that your brain will remember. Don't trust this, your brain. No. Don't trust it. Type it out. I want to see you type it out. If you are listening to me, type it out so that your brain will remember. If you cannot type, let's say you're watching this on YouTube, write it on a paper. I want to see it. What are you typing? Hello? Birth certificate. Jessie Claire, thank you. Dream Bay, Timmy, thank you. Ify Joycey, thank you. Yes. Noel Saint, thank you. Bella Bridals, thank you. Dayo Adekunle, thank you. Geraldine, thank you. Stella Nena, thank you. Awesome. Birth certificate. And let that birth certificate clearly state that you are their mother or you are their father if you're a man, right? Clearly, the birth certificate must clearly, don't go and take a birth certificate that shows that your child belongs to your mother and your father, because you probably gave birth to that child out of wedlock, and at that point your mother and father stepped in. If you have made such mistake, please, do not feel stuck. Discard the birth certificate and get what? Type it. Declaration of age for the child, which will now state the correct details of the parents of that child. That's what you use for the visa. Oh yeah, now, in the absence of birth certificate, or birth certificate is not good, or maybe the child did not even have birth certificate before now, what else can you use? Oh yeah, tell me. Type it. Okay, so Noel said declaration of age. Ike said declaration of age. Who else is talking? I need to hear. Type it, or don't say other people. Oh, Stella Nena said the same. Ify said the same. Tommy Singh said the same. Awesome. I'm happy that you are getting it. So, in the absence of birth certificate, or the birth certificate has a problem, does not have the correct information, or the child did not even have birth certificate before, get declaration of age from a court. Full stop. If you go to your nearby court or talk to a nearby lawyer, they are going to guide you on how to get that. All right? So, I now mentioned that if there is a challenge, dispute, something, blah, 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 back it up with DNA test. Okay? So with this, you see that you will never have to worry. How am I picking go down? He's bearing Tom. She's bearing Thomas. I'm bearing Nena. He is bearing Joseph. My own last name is Johnson. It does not matter. It doesn't. Same last name. Okay, wait. You and your elder brother, or you and your younger sister, if you have one, or you and your cousin, or right? Both of you have the same last name. Does it mean that they are your children? Does it mean they are your children? No. You see? Same last name does not mean somebody is your child. It does not mean that somebody is your husband. Note that one today. At least let it be something you take away from here. So I have talked about the top 3 concerns that parents have, which is what? How do they take care of their kids when they travel? The kid last name wahala, and whether they will give the child visa or not. And we have addressed 3 of these things. Now let me tell you the 2 options you have. if you're a single mom or a single parent, single mom, single dad, single parent, and you want to relocate abroad with your kid or your children, all right, you have two options. Option one, you get your admission, you apply for your visa, and you include your kid or kids on the visa. They will give them visa too and give you, and you'll be able to travel. One good thing with this method is that you get to stay with your kids all through the process. But the disadvantage is that your ability to work will be compromised. Because abroad, since you're a single parent, there will be nobody to assist you with looking after the children, except you are paying a nanny who is even going to be charging you more than the job you want to go and do, at least at the onset, right? So your ability to work will be greatly compromised. So keep this in mind. In fact, this even affects women who travel with their children, even though they are still married. But let's say the husband is at home, or the husband is in the home country, usually still handling their business. The woman traveling with kids. Your ability to work will be compromised. I did not say you can never work. That's not the point. I'm always correcting that, because some people always take out nonsense out of what a beautiful story. It will be compromised, meaning the kind of work you will do, maybe only work in the afternoon when the kids are in school. You can't take evening job, you can't take weekend job, because the evenings your child will be with you, or your children will be with you. Weekend, your children will be with you. You can't send them to anywhere because it's too expensive to send them to those places. So your ability to work will be compromised. Does this mean it's impossible? No. It means if you are coming with a child, make sure you hold your money that you use to take care of yourself and the child, because you cannot bank on working, at least while you are still a student. Because once you finish school, okay, you are no longer going to school in the afternoon, right? You'll be able to take a full-time job that, let's say, 9 to 5, where you will go in the morning, drop your kid in school, go to work. On your way back from work, you pick your kid and come home. Do you understand? Like, once you finish school, you don't have this problem. But what I'm talking about this is for parents going through the study abroad routes. You will have to be in school, so you can't even take full-time job. And so most part-time jobs are in the evening and on weekends. So your ability to work will be compromised. Solution: hold enough money for you and your child or your kids. All right. So the option one, as I said, is to go with the kids. Option two is what? You go first. Keep your kids at home. Maybe with your mom, with your dad, with your elder siblings, with your younger siblings, with your godmother, with the kids' godmother. You understand? With your grandma, with your brother in another country. Keep the kid. Travel first. Why? This will allow you to you will still come back for the kid, like maybe after 6 months of settling down, after 1 year of settling down. Once you settle down, then you come back and pick your kid. But leaving your kid behind at the onset when you are going means that you will have enough strength and time to come quickly do your study. All right. Number two, you will get a house that can easily manage, because I didn't even mention that one. If you are with a kid, there are some kind of houses you cannot rent. Meaning your house cost is even higher. Everything higher because you have a child with you. So if you come alone, it's like you're coming like a single person. You get cheaper houses. You'll be able to work in the evenings and in the afternoons. You'll be able to gather enough money. Then you can bring your child over. And most likely than not, if your program is like 1 year, before you know it, you are finished. Or maybe summer break, you have already finished. So you can go and pick your child. So your child is coming at a time when you now have a regular full-time job, which you will easily be able to take care of the child if you are working normal full-time job that is happening during the day, instead of most part-time jobs that international students have to do, which is in the evening and weekends. And that's exactly the same time nobody will be holding your child for you. You see? So parents who don't have enough money, see, this one is not sentiment. The problem I have with some people is that you'll be like, well, if you come with your child, your ability to work will be compromised, okay? The woman will not say, Ma, Dr. Linda, I need full scholarship. I even need study loan. I don't have anything to take care of myself or the kids, but I must come with 3 kids. And you say, Madam, relax. Relax. In fact, let me tell you, men know how to do this type of thing. Have you seen? It is hard for you to see a man. I know many men will go with option 2. Drop the kid first with their mama, right? Come abroad, hustle. After that, they can bring their child. That one will be the simple thing that a man will just do. Sharp. A woman now, you have 3. Not only you want get 3 kids, oh. Not only you want no get money. Not only you want bring the 3 kids come Canada. Even money to take care of them, you don't get. Now you have come to over-compromise your ability to work. Wait till they worry you. Yeah, I love my kid. I love my... relax. Not be only you love children. Even their grandma love them. Even their uncles and aunties love them. You have to think. It's like, yeah, you love the kid. If you love the kid, you should be willing to make the sacrifice that is needed for that child's future to be protected. What will it profit you to come to Canada with 2 kids, or to come to US with 3 kids, or to come to UK with 1 kid? Hunger, they beat the child because you cannot work. I know the people I'm talking to, because even though many people in our community, there are lots of people that they don't, money is not their problem. For a lot more, money is actually a challenge. Like, not that they are poor, but when you now say, okay, bring $50,000, bring $20,000, hey, you be like, no, I don't have that kind of one. Please, what can I do with 5 million naira? That's my savings. Yeah. So they have money, but it's not that you will not say bring 50,000, bring 30,000. Like, for a lot of people, that's hard. Please. So I know you love your kids, Mama. I know you love your kids. Those are your children, you love them. But please, if you don't have the money to take care of them without you working, keep them. Come, hustle first. 8 months, 6 months, 1 year, max. You go back and bring your child. Your child is coming to a good, safe environment, house, everything in order. Your work is not compromised. Life moves on. For the sake of your kids, you should do that. So those are the 2 options. You are either traveling with the kid or not traveling with the kid. So you will see that from what I'm saying now, your ability to travel with your child up front, like immediately, is not dependent on the embassy. It's not the embassy that is telling you what to do. It is you that will look at your situation and say, I don't have a lot of money. I need to work. My pikin, stay down. Stay. I will come back for you. Stay with grandma. I'll come back for you. All right? Or you say, I have a lot of money. I have a lot of savings. I can even go 1 year without working. All right? And then you take your kids along. Please, there's no problem with that. Embassy is not telling you come with kids or don't come with kids. Embassy will not say you should not come with kids. But if you don't have money and you go and submit application that you want to come with your kids, but you don't have money, your embassy is seeing your account, you don't have money, they will deny the visa. So you won't even go. Not to say you go come. Some people say, don't worry, I go come. When I come, I will figure it out. Thank you. As you don't go even feel come because embassy will deny your visa. You see? No need to stress your life. You have to think and decide what to do. Now, the very, very good thing that Vantage Migration offer is that we show you how to get scholarship. Because for a lot of people, they may have some money, but they don't have so much to pay school fees, do this, come with kids. Let's say you even have some savings. If you get full scholarship that cover your own, that means that your savings can go towards taking care of your child. Are you seeing? So scholarship can be the difference between you being able to come with your child or not being able to come with your child at the same time. Makes sense, right? I've also seen other people who maybe they have money to take care of themselves or they even got scholarship to take care of themselves. They take study loan to cover just that portion of their family, which is the kids now. I've seen parents that arrived here, they came on full scholarship, but because full scholarship will never really cover you and your kids, right? So they came on full scholarship. The full scholarship will cover you, but not your kids. So they took study loan to cover their kids. It doesn't make so much sense that, let's say that you do not get scholarship, you want to go and take study loan to cover your school fees, cover your living expenses, cover your kid expenses. Embassy will say, we don't understand what's going on here. So listen to what I'm saying. Yes, as if you have full scholarship, you want to take loan to cover the expenses of your child. That's allowed. That's okay. That makes sense. All right. So if you have some saving but you don't have a lot, scholarship becomes extremely important. Study loan becomes a very solid backup plan. That That is why when you see people who go through Vantage Migration, all right, when you see people who go through Vantage Migration, they have options. Because if you have the money, oh, you don't even have a problem. Just get the school, they go. If you need scholarship, now you know how to find it. If you need study loan, now you know how to find it. Do you see? This is how Vantage Migration comes into play. So the question now is, now that you have heard all these things, yes, I'm going to take questions. And if you're watching this as a replay, stay, because I'm sure people have questions which can easily help me cover grounds that I didn't attend to right now. All right. So, and specifically, I will be taking questions. Anyway, let me say, if you are asking yourself, what is the one thing you can do right now? Attend the Vantage Migration Study Abroad webinar to learn how people are getting scholarship, to learn how to get study loan. Even once you attend the webinar, towards the end, we also do question and answers. Towards the end, we'll tell you exactly how to proceed. Some people will be telling me, I've attended the webinar, how do I proceed? The truth is that if you really attended the webinar, you should have seen how to proceed. So if you're even asking me, how do you proceed? It is a sign that you have not attended this webinar. I'm going to show you the link now. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Okay? www.vantagemigration.ca. Go, take a screenshot. Oh yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a screenshot. So this is where you get the webinar on how to do study abroad, how to get how people are getting scholarship, what to do, what this process. You know, at the beginning I mentioned something like you have to get admission. How does it, like, that one is just like the umbrella statement. What is the thing that you will do now? How you go one thing do? That is what the webinar will show you. Attend this webinar for your own good. Attend the webinar, especially if you know that you are thinking of scholarship, you are thinking of study loan. You cannot escape it. You cannot escape it. Take your time. This evening, when you come back from work, did you take the screenshot? I'm going to show you again in a jiffy, okay? Take a screenshot. When you come back from work this evening, make it a date. When you come back from work this evening, and you have settled everything as a single parent, you know now, you have settled everything. Maybe you are with your child is sleeping or whatever. I have a lot of kids that sometimes when parents come to go or travel abroad, especially those that come to my state, in my province in Canada, when I go to see them, they are so like, Mommy, is this not the woman you used to listen to her video? So a lot of moms even listen to my training and my video with their kids. Their kids can recognize my voice. So please, make it a date. Whether you're picking they awake, whether you're picking they sleep, carry them out. Tell them when the pikin is doing anyhow, you say, sit down. This thing is for your future. So shh, let's listen what the woman is saying. You now watch the video with your kid. Tell them you're working on their relocation. You're going to get a better life soon. The child will be happy. The child will cooperate with you. Make it a date. Tonight. If I say tonight, somebody will say tomorrow. Tonight. And if you already attended the webinar, you know exactly how to proceed. So don't ask me, I've attended the webinar, ma, how do I proceed? I'm not answering that question. If truly you've attended the webinar, you know how to proceed. So my question, this assignment is for people who have not attended this webinar. Go and attend it. Take a screenshot. I'm showing you again. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. Take a screenshot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right? So attend the webinar and start from there. That is the one thing you can do for yourself today. Now, let's go to question and answer. Question and answer. So if you have questions that you have in mind, given all these things that I've talked about, please could you ask your question, drop it as a comment. So that I can start answering them in chronological order. Once we can take like 10 questions or thereabout, then we'll call it a day to meet again next time. All right? So attend our webinar. Remember, attend the webinar. That is the one thing you should do today. Because as a single mom, especially if you even want to travel with your kids at the same time, scholarship, study loan is not negotiable, right? In fact, if some people take study loan even when they don't need it, just so that if they do need it, an embassy like people that think like that. Like, imagine that you got a full scholarship, you have your money, you now say, embassy, I have scholarship, I have my money, but I also have study loan in case I need it. Embassy will clap for you. I'm telling you, like you're trying to tell them, I have this thing, but I won't use it. But just in case, if money become, they'll say, this woman is over-prepared. This man is over-prepared. And they will approve your visa. Take it from me. Oh, do I need to brag? Check online so that you see all the students going through us. I don't brag. If I even say one thing, just know that there are 100 others I've not said. Even the interviews we do, it is 1 out of 10 students or more that travel that we do interview for. A lot more don't want to show their face on social media. And that's okay. So if I'm saying something, see, let me tell you, since we became a very big brand, and myself being a very big brand, one thing I understand, sorry to use this example, but I understand very well when, you know, when some, like, I'll make reference to the Bible. I'm not saying I'm Jesus Christ, please don't take me out of point. When they say, God honor his name, God honor his words, you understand that kind of thing? Because his word is even more important than anything you want to say. If you say, God, there was a time you promised me that this, you will say, I honor it. Because you honor it, like, I understand that more now. Do you know why? Because I have come to see that my word is the most important thing. like, there was a time someone came to me and said, Dr. Linda, you said if I do this, you're going to do this. Funny enough, I was not disposed to do what they were asking for, but I just said, where's the evidence? Show me the screenshot of when I said it. Maybe I was kind of excited and I was like, you know, what can I do for you? So like, I had to oblige. Because when you are big, your name, your word becomes more important to you. Honoring your word becomes more important to you. The whole point is this. I don't do chere kambia matter. Like me and you, we are not here for chere kambia matter, okay? So if I'm telling you something, this is how it is. Now so it dey. Go up, go down. Now so it dey. Now so it dey. There's some people who come and tell me, but my neighbor said, Waka, go punish you there. Your neighbor, who is your neighbor? Do you understand my point? Who is your neighbor? The neighbor that is doing what? You want to come and tell your neighbor said, relax. Those things, when somebody tell me, like, it infuriates me. It infuriates me because I'm like, your neighbor that is still in the same place where he is in the last 2 years is your neighbor that is advising you. If somebody say, but I heard on so platform in one group, wait till they worry you. Please don't come and tell me things like that. I don't do them say. This is how it is. Evidence backed. Full stop. Please, if you have the one your neighbor is telling you and you think is more important, I beg, hold on there. I'm not telling you to implement my own. Go implement that of your neighbor. Next year, come and tell me how it go. Full stop. Once somebody come and tell me, but my neighbor said, I will say, go and implement the one your neighbor said. It's as simple as that. No, don't battle. Please, if you are here to follow me, follow my path. You are sure that it will work. But if you come and be doing mimosa, you join alcohol with fruit juice, you no go work. Fruit juice, you come and join katakata on it, you no go work. All right? Let's see. So, let's see questions that people are asking. Somebody say, please, I'm a student, but I want a scholarship abroad. So, we handle university graduates. That means for you to work with us. Let's say you're a HR professional, you're a sales manager, you're an IT professional. You must be a graduate. Once you're a graduate, you can work with us. Full stop. So if somebody says, I'm a student, if you're a master's student, but you're a graduate, you can work with us, right? We work with people who are starting afresh. So if you're already studying there, finish what you started. Someone said, I want to relocate. Okay. All these questions. Let's see. Let's look at the questions that you moms and single parents are asking. Somebody said, I am just connected now. Yes, I am a single mom with passion to study PhD. That's awesome. Let's look at the question. Please, if you have questions, question based on all the things I've been saying. Could you ask? So let's see. Someone said, I want to relocate abroad. I have resources, but I'm not a graduate. You're not our... we don't work with non-graduates. If you're not a graduate, even if you are the Oga Patakata, but you're not a graduate, we are not able to work with you. Because of our method. It's not insult. It's not that we hate you. Our method will not work for you. And truth is bitter. But it's better for me to tell you that truth than for me to say, don't worry, come. And later it not work for you, Abby. Don't you see? Somebody say, how can we apply for scholarship or loan? I already showed you. Attend our study abroad webinar. All right? Did you see it? Attend our study abroad webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca so that you know exactly how to proceed. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Somebody say, is it possible to have GMAT waiver for graduate school? No, I already have a master's degree. Yes, you don't need it. Even if you need it, we'll show you how to get waiver. You don't need GMAT. Okay? I'm a single mom. Must I go through studying alone? No, studying is not your only option. But Vantage Migration, we work with people going through study abroad routes. Alright, so studying is not your only option as a single mom. So if you are interested in other options, even after hearing that study abroad is the fastest, easiest, and surest way to relocate, it's your choice. Alright? Does an American citizen child, 1 year old, need study visa to be in kindergarten? You don't need study visa. No child needs study visa for when they are going with their parents. If you're a child that is going to like kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, as high school as they call it, you do not need visa. That is what I have been saying here since. So when someone is saying my child is citizen, does he need visa? As if say those that are not citizens need visa. What you need is the visa to go with your parents. That's what you need. You don't need, it is not called study visa, it's called visitor's visa. But that visitor's visa, a child can study without a study permit, please. So, so how old will a child get to before you can leave the child alone at home? I think it's about 9 years. Confirm that figure for the exact country you are going to. All right? It's roughly 9 years. Confirm that figure for the exact country. Don't quote me. Confirm the figure. This same question is, yeah, how old will a child get to before you can leave them alone at home? Copy it. Go and put it on Google. Say, how old would a child be before you can leave them at home in Canada, in US, in UK? Ask Google. Google will tell you the exact number. Do you allow HND graduates? 100% yes. If you're HND graduate, we work with you. HND graduates are graduates too, so we work with you, yes. Some women have children from different fathers. What do? It does not concern anybody. Whether you have 10 children from 10 fathers, it does not concern anybody. Is the child your child? That's the question. If you notice, of all the things I talked about here, I never mentioned whether they are from the same father, the same woman, the same... It does not matter. The question is, the child you are taking, is he your child? Yes or no? Yes. You don't have a problem. Show their birth... Is it one... Each child have their birth certificate, right? If no, each child have their birth declaration. It will show who is their father and who is their mother. Full stop. Someone say, I have HND, I want to do top up. I will advise you go for PGD or Masters Direct. Top up to now convert it to BSc, for me, is a waste of time and waste of resources. Do Masters Direct. A lot of countries with your HND will allow you to go for Masters Direct or for PGD Direct. And from that PGD, you do Masters. Do that instead of going back to BSc. But that's my opinion. You will do what you want, right? Or someone say, as a mom with 3 kids, if I get scholarship, how much do I need as proof of funds for my visa to go through? Become a student advantage migration. All right? That's how you get more answers. Because let me tell you, even when I answer this question, you think it's simple. Now, you will see that you are stuck on the next point. So now, how do I calculate? Because it depends on the country you are going to. All the countries are not the same. It depends. So how do I know the country you are going to? Even if you choose a country right now, who told you it is that country you'll be going to? Do you see? So there are many steps before you get to the visa step. Start from the webinar which I showed you. That's the way to go about it. But if you decide that you must get answer to this question, then that's your business as you want to do it. Somebody say, what's the cost of the webinar? The study abroad webinar is free webinar. It's free webinar. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca. It's free webinar. Go and attend it. Then you will know whether you want to proceed or not. All right? And if you want to proceed, you'll be shown how to proceed. Even if you don't want to proceed, you will learn the things we are sharing at the webinar, and then you know how to plan yourself. It's just the next best thing to do. Okay. Someone said, I've attended the webinar, blah, blah, blah. Send us an email, okay? You can send us an email, admission@vantagemigration.ca. Admission@vantagemigration.ca. You can check my bio on Instagram, my bio on Facebook, my bio on YouTube. You see the email, admission@vantagemigration.ca, okay? Let's see. More questions. Someone said, please, how do I need to start processing my travel to Canada? If you have been on this video, I remember you've been on this video from the beginning. Within that time period, I've shown how to proceed 2 times. So I'm still shocked that your question is coming. But let me be a good teacher who says that all questions are valid. Go to www.vantagemigration.ca to start with our study abroad webinar. All right? I hope you don't ask for the 4th time. Okay. Let's see. Someone say, can one use a family friend bank statement with a letter of explanation? We will show you more about that, because it is not as simple. If I tell you yes, let me give you an example. How much is in your family friend bank statement? Do you know? You don't know. Even you don't know the answer. Even we don't know the answer. So how can I just say yes? So imagine that there's an account that is empty. You say, can you use it? Yes. You see? Very wrong. And if I even ask you how much is there, and you tell me the amount that is there now, how do I know the way the money came in? Did it come in bulk? When last did you deposit money there? I don't know. You see? These are things like the advice is, some people think that study abroad thing is just what they will tell you, yeah, prepare this account, do the people that do that is tumbon they want to go and do. We do the method that when the visa officer see your letter, they will be like, attention, they will mark it approved. That is the method we do. So for us to do that method, every detail counts. That is why we can't advise you on that here, because everybody's case is different. You see 3, if you bring 5 people that want to use the bank statement of their friends right now, the 5 of them will have different letters. I bet you they will have different letters. So it's not just enough to say you can use your friend's statement and pull letter. The next question you even ask is, what should be inside the letter? True or false? Sparta, true or false? You are the one that asked that question. True or false? That's the next question you ask. What should be inside the letter? What should I say? You see, you need training. Start from the study abroad webinar, www.vantagemigration.ca. Why I talk more about this, so that you understand that some people may look at it like, Dr. Ida, you just dodged that question. You are being selfish. I can't stand 1 hour plus here talking to you about this, and then you ask me the question that I can give you the answer to, and I'll dodge it. It does not make sense. But it is important for you to understand that it is not as simplistic as you have put it. You use your friend's account and you give a letter of explanation. How much is in your friend's account? You don't even know. How much do you need? You don't know. How much you need depends on you. Depends on whether you got admission or you got admission. How much the admission is. whether you have scholarship, partial or full scholarship, whether you have study loan. You see? How can I possibly have those answers right now? Even you don't have the answers. Even you don't have the answers. And after that, we'll now say, okay, what is the nature of the account statement? If you need, because sometimes you think you need account, you don't need it. There have been so many people that get their visa without even using account statement. Are you aware? So it's not all the time that you need. In fact, sometimes an account statement will put you in trouble. So you will just have to ditch the account statement. Are you aware? My dear, relax. There are many layers to this thing. That's why you see Vantage Migration students, when I bring them on interview and they are talking, they talk like masters of their craft. It's never one straightforward. It's, oh, this happened, so you do this. If this not happen, you do this. Then this. It's like that. You have to be empowered to be able to do it. We teach you how to do it all by yourself. Yeah? Let's look at more questions. Somebody said, is it possible to change your main course to another course during postgraduate studies? Yes. We teach you how to choose your program. It's part of the things we teach at Vantage Migration, okay? Somebody said, what if I've started my PhD in Nigeria, but I want to relocate via study route? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. You can show you how to get about it, okay? It's possible. Somebody said, how can one migrate through study visa to PR? Do you still need to enter the pool? First of all, especially since you say PR, I believe you're talking about Canada. For Canada, there is a special route for people who studied here. There's a special route for people who studied here. So you can always take through that route. You can go through other routes. You also qualify for, most students end up qualifying for multiple routes. So there is a route, but I say don't break your head about it. I always ask one question. Have you seen anybody, and I'm asking you now, you that are watching me, okay? Have you, since you were young and now you're getting old, have you seen anybody in your neighborhood who studied in Canada, who told you that, I studied in Canada, after studying I couldn't stay, I came back home, and like, not that they came by choice, so I was in my home country, a jiffy away, right? But like, they're like, I had to return. Have you, let me ask you, have you seen, type, have you seen? I'm sure the answer will be no. Have you seen? You answer it for yourself. Have you seen? I am sure your answer is no. I am sure. Why am I sure? Because there's a route for people who studied in Canada. Even if you're going back home, you will already be a permanent resident or even citizen of Canada before you're going home. If that is what you desire, right? Because it doesn't hurt to be a global citizen. It doesn't hurt to have a passport that opens the world to you, right? It doesn't hurt. And you can still go back to your home country if you so wish and add to its development. So there is a route, guaranteed route. Embassy doesn't like to say it's guaranteed because it's like they're being very cautious, right? But if you're a normal person like me, it's guaranteed. But if, let's say now, for example, now you used to do drugs, embassy will not approve your PR, right? That's why they try not to say it's guaranteed. If you have been involved with killing 100 people before, will they approve your visa? No, they'll say, if you come, you kill us. So those are the things that make it not guaranteed, right? But the question is for you to look inside your mind and ask, are you that kind of person? No. So if you're a normal person like me, then, or like a normal parents, normal person, then you don't have problem. Someone say, doctor, is it possible to have a consultation with you? Start with our free webinar. If you cannot do this free one, there is no guarantee that you are really interested in what you want to talk. There is no reason why I should bring out another 30 minutes or 1 hour to talk with you over phone. When the free one gone, you have not done it. So start with the free webinar. When you finish the free webinar, you know exactly how to spend not just 30 minutes with me, how to spend more time with me, okay? So start with the free webinar. Every round, you are the one that asks that question. So let's see. Somebody said, my question is, how can I travel with my 2-year-old child that does not bear my surname but her father's name? How can you travel? Like, question so it seems, Victoria, it seems you did not start this video from the beginning. So after now, I'm going to repost it so that you watch it from beginning. It's going to actually help you because we've addressed this question in depth on this session, but I'll post the replay so that you watch it. And if you're watching this at a replay, you already would have gotten the answer to that question. Somebody say, how can I get visa for a family of 4? The exact same way we talked about. You get admission, you put your family on the application for visa, it gets approved, and there are things to consider, right? So most likely the same person did not start from beginning. Above all, start with our free study abroad webinar after watching this video from beginning to end at www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. Let's see. Someone says, it seems this session is for single parents. I said it at the beginning. This session today, I'm focusing on single parents. Yeah. Single parents are my focus for today. Let's see. Someone said, what if you have admission already, but no, you want scholarship? Well, if you want to work with Vantage Migration, you have to start afresh. Sorry. We work with people who are starting afresh. The reason is because if your admission is out already, that means you have chosen a school, you have chosen the country, you have chosen many things. So our method becomes less effective for you. That's actually the real truth. Because if you're looking for scholarship, there are schools you should choose. So if you already chose a school, chances are that you have already missed the light. If you're looking for study loan, there are schools you should choose. If you already chose a school, chances are that you have missed it. Do you see the point? So we work with people who are starting afresh only. Even if you have got admission, you don't have scholarship, I always say finish what you started. If at the end you don't succeed, come back to us and start afresh. So that when you are with us, you know you are with us. Alright? Again, what is the one thing you should do today? I told you, make it a date. Take a screenshot. After work, at the end, evening today, sit down. You, as a single parent, sit down. If your kids are still not asleep, tell them to keep quiet and sit by your side because their future is at stake here. Complete our free study abroad webinar so that you will have more in-depth knowledge on what to do next. And from there, you decide when and how to proceed. Information is power. So many things because we also do question and answer at the end. So many things that we answer. I still notice that there are people who have been following me for, somebody will tell you, I've been following for 6 months. I've been following for 8 months. I've been following for 1 year. I've not been like, have you attended our webinar? No. In fact, guess what? The thing that is preventing them from proceeding on their relocation plan is the same questions that we answered on this webinar. Surprisingly so. Surprisingly so. Surprisingly so. I recently traveled to Nigeria. I met a lot of people face to face. Like, you will see somebody who said, look, Linda, I've been following for the past 8 months. I've been following for like 2 years now. But please, do I need that 8 years? I would just be like, whoa. But man, this is all I've been saying on my page all year long. You don't. But you've been following for 2 years. I was really shocked. Is it that people just see and pass? Don't be like that. Don't be one of them. People who follow me for 10 years and yet their life remained the same. Simply because even common webinar, they did not make out time to attend. Anyway, my people, so this is Dr. Linda Iheme. As I told you at the beginning, I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad on how to do that all by themselves. Teach you how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and every other thing, including all the questions that you're asking that you think these are the things keeping you. What is really keeping you is not those questions. So what is keeping you is your inability to take action. So promise me that tonight you attend the webinar. Tonight, Promise me. Pinky, if you are promising me. Oh yeah, type an emoji. Put your hand. Promise me. Put your hand. Tonight, of all the days you've been procrastinating in your life, tonight, you attend and complete the free study abroad webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. Promise me, oh yeah? Promise me. Promise me, because, man, I was really shocked. I was really shocked that so many people who claim to be following me for years, for months, they've not still attended this webinar. Free! And yet they want to relocate. I don't believe that those people really want to relocate. Sorry, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How can you be in front of milk and honey and you are saying you are hungry? You are in front of milk, you say you are hungry. It's a problem. It's like a child that saw breast and refused to suck. How can you help them? Take good care of yourself till I see you again.